नेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Mantra number 20. Anoraniyanahamev tadvad Mahanaham Vishwamaham Vichitram Puratanoham Purushohamishah Hiranmayoham Shivarupamasmi In these important verses, from the 18th verse up to the 22nd verse, the student Ashvalayana is responding to the teaching given by Brahma, which teaching was up to the 17th mantra, indicating that the student has received the teaching perfectly as it should be received. And by way of presenting that, the student is also giving us a model form of Vedantic meditation, which is otherwise called Nididhyasanam. What is Vedantic meditation? What is to be done in Vedantic meditation? How is it practiced? For that also a sample or model is given. Therefore, it is important from that standpoint also. In the Upanishads, there are only a few places where we get sample Vedantic meditation. In Taittiriya Shikshavalli, we have a portion, Aham Vrikshasya Reriva Kirtif Prishtam Gireriva. And in Taittiriya Bhruguvalli, we have a portion, Ahamannam, 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 etc. They are all models of Vedantic meditation. Vedantic meditation is different from the yogic meditation. Yoga Shastra has got its own philosophy, which is different from Vedanta Shastra, and therefore yogic meditation is different. Even though the preparatory steps of Yoga Shastra, like Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, the preparatory steps we can borrow from Yoga Shastra, but the meditation process is different. In Yoga Shastra, the aim of meditation is many thought to one thought to no thought. Kshiptam mudam vikshiptam ekagram niruddham chitta vritti nirodha. So many thought to one thought to no thought is the aim in yogic meditation, whereas in Vedantic Nididhyasanam, our aim is neither one thought nor no thought. Both of them is not our aim. Our aim is whatever is the Vedantic teaching received by me and which I am convinced. Upon that teaching, I dwell so that it will get internalized totally. Vedantic meditation is not for getting Vedantic knowledge or any mystic experience. Knowledge has to be gathered by Shravanam and Mananam. Through Shravanam, we will be able to get the clear knowledge. Mahavakya will give us aparoksha jnanam. If we expose to Mahavakyam properly, it will give us aparoksha jnanam. Understanding Mahavakyam is called aparoksha jnanam. And there can be many doubts with regard to that, and for removing the doubts, Mananam process is there. All doubts, either raised by my intellect or other schools of thought, questioning the Vedantic conclusion, they all can be thoroughly analyzed. We have got several Manana Granthas beginning from Brahma Sutra. In Brahma Sutra, 2nd chapter, all systems are taken into account and their criticism of Vedanta is assessed and refuted. Therefore, doubtless, thorough, clear, aparoksha jnanam is possible through Shravanam and Mananam. Nididhyasanam is not for jnanam, Nididhyasanam is for jnana nishtha, which is internalization of the jnana. And what is the purpose of internalization? The purpose is so that during worldly transactions also, we won't forget our real nature. As Krishna said, Pashyan Srinvan Sprishan Jigran Naiva Kinchit Karomi. I remember my higher nature, just as an actor remembers that he is an actor, even though he plays different roles and he goes through varieties of emotions required for the role. And a good actor will identify deliberately with the role and actually go through. He need not artificially shed tears by using some what he call onion or anything. He can actually shed tears. But even when he gets involved, one corner of the mind he remembers, these are all roles. In the green room, I don't have any of these problems belonging to the role. Nothing wrong in getting involved in the role, but I enjoy the facility and the ability to shed the role mentally at any time and remember my nature. This ability is called Jnana-nishtha. The facility to invoke my higher role and see all of them are drama which cannot touch me. I don't require liberation from samsara because I don't have samsara in the first place. Na dharmo, na chartho, na kamo, na moksha. I don't require moksha because I was never bound. So to get this facility to invoke my nature, even when prarabdha is very, very challenging prarabdha, guruna api dukkhena na vichalyate. Even the most painful situation brought by prarabdha doesn't take me away from my anchor, my knowledge. This is called jnana nishtha. To convert jnanam into jnana nishtha. Not for acquiring knowledge, but to convert jnanam into jnana nishtha is Vedantic meditation, and that is possible only when I dwell upon the jnanam that I have received. And that jnanam that we have received alone, here the Ashvalayana is presenting, I am not a jiva. So generally I present in the form of two formats. The normal format we have and we should have for worldly transaction is, I am an individual jiva. And I am confronting the universe and interacting, which brings in varieties of situations. And there is an Ishvara who gives me the result of my actions, and whenever I have problem, I have to go to Bhagavan and help, seek help from Bhagavan. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. This is the triangle. And as a jiva, I have got prarabdha karma, ups and downs. This is the entrenched self-identity I am carrying. Vedanta is trying to dismantle it and say that it is only a drama format. And then what is the actual situation? The actual situation is not a triangle. There are only two things. One is I who is Brahman or who am Brahman. That's what these mantras are saying. I am not Jiva. And that I, Brahman, is the only one non-dual consciousness. And other than that one consciousness called Brahman, everything else is Anatma, Nama Rupa, which is an object of experience, but which doesn't have an independent existence of its own. I have lent existence so that I can enjoy the drama. So, and all of them, which is called Anatma, which borrows existence from me, is Mithya. So, Aham Satyam, Madanyat Sarvam Mithya. And this I, one Brahman alone, am playing the threefold roles of I become Jiva with a set of Nama Rupa. I alone appear as Jagat, the world, with another set of Nama Rupa, and I alone appear as Ishvara with another set of Nama Rupa. All these are three different roles played by me. Mind-boggling concept. I play the role of Ishvara, I play the role of Jiva, I play the role of Jagat with three different types of Nama Rupa. In Vedanta, it is called Upadhi. And all this I am able to do because of the unique power called Maya Shakti. Nirupama Nitya Niramshakepi Akhande Mayichiti Sarva Vikalpanadi Shunye Ghatayati Jagadisha Jiva Bhedam Tvaghatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. With one Maya, I am able to play the threefold roles. Ghatayati Jagad Isha Jiva Bhedam. And even the Trimurti difference, Vidhi Harihara Vibhedamapyakhande Bada Virataya Budhanapi Prakamam Brahmayati Harihara Vibheda Bhavan Aghatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. I myself with three different upadhis play the role of Brahma the creator, Vishnu the sustainer, and Shiva the resolver. It is one Brahman. There is no actual difference. But because of this Maya, even scholars get confused and they say Brahma is different, Vishnu is different, Shiva is different. Vaishnavas and Shaivas quarreling, your God is superior, my God is superior, I will not go to your temple, you should not come to my temple. All Brahmayati, Vidhi Harihara Vibheda Bhavan Brahmayati. Agatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. Thus, in Vedantic meditation, I switch over from the triangular format which I use for playing the world drama. After Nididhyasanam, I have to play the role of father, mother, husband, wife, interact, and intense emotions will have to come, will come. But in and through all of them, if I can remember who I am, that is Jnana Nishtha. And here we are getting this Jnana Nishtha Abhyasa. And in this shloka, which I introduced yesterday, he says, I alone am playing the role of Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. All these three are one Brahman only. So look at this. Anuradiyan ahameva tadvat. The smallest atom, which is smaller than every small things, the smallest atom also I am. Aham eva anoho aniyan. And mahataha mahiyan. So in bhajan they sing Anoraniyan Guru Mahima, Mahato Mahiyan Guru Mahima. Okay, for some time it should be Guru Mahima, but the Shishya must come to claim how long Guru Mahima, Guru Mahima, it should become Mama Mahima. Anoraniyan Mama Mahima. That is Nididhyasana. So otherwise we will raise Guru to a pedestal and we will successfully continue a samsari. No Guru is happy with that. Mama Mahima. So Anoho Aniyan Ahameva Tadvat Mahanaham. Mahan means I am the biggest of the big. The biggest star you can imagine, that also I am. Because I am the consciousness and the existence behind all of them. Things are nothing but Nama and Rupa, the easiness, the existence which is pervading all of them. Like when you say bangle is, chain is, ring is, etc. When you analyze, the easiness never belongs to bangle, chain, ring. What is bangle? A particular shape. What is a ring? Another particular shape. What is a chain? Another shape. Bangle is Nama-rupa, chain is Nama-rupa, a ring is Nama-rupa. They have got name, form and function. There is only one truth behind, that gold alone is. The easiness of the gold alone, the bangle Nama-rupa has borrowed. Therefore, when you say bangle is a wise person, as a gold wise person, I understand the easiness belongs to the gold. Similarly, for a jnani, Brahman is like the gold, and all these things are Nama and Rupa. And therefore, I am the smallest, I am the biggest. So, Aham Vishwam Vichitram. So, this manifold, variegated universe, each one being different from others, and extraordinary things are there. all of them are nothing but ahameva idam sarvam. So Vishwamaham Vichitram Puratanaha Aham. And when did I come into existence? I never come into existence. I was, am, and ever will be. Puratanaha Aham. I am eternal. And Purushaha Aham. I myself am in the form of every jiva also. Again remember the dream. In the dream, every jiva, every individual in the dream is my own mind appearing as individual. And if the dream tiger is a conscious animal capable of running, the consciousness of the dream tiger is borrowed from my mind. I lend consciousness to my mind, and that mind lends consciousness to every dream individual. I am in a very big mall, dream mall. So many people shopping there. Everyone is conscious because of my consciousness. I say this in the waking state also, that I alone am one Brahman who have lent consciousness and existence to Purushaha. Purushaha means every jiva. Until now we talked about Jagat, now jiva also I am. So aham Jagat asmi, aham jivaha asmi. What about Bhagavan? So this is the mind-boggling Advaitam. That's why many people do not like Advaitam, because until we come to Advaitam, we have been saying Bhagavan is someone different from me. He is very, very great. I am so miserable and small. I am Anathaha. Bhagavan is Anatha-nathaha. I am Deenaha. Bhagavan is Deena Bandhu. I am small, Bhagavan is big. This Dvaita Bhakti we have practiced. So all Bhakti schools of religion, they teach Bhagavan has to be different. Whereas in Kaivalyopanishad, the student says, Aham Ishaha. I am Bhagavan also. So all the Bhakti schools are allergic to that. So they will fret and fume. They say it is blasphemy. It is a sacrilege. If I belong to Muslim religion, they will have a fatwa also. So all the Bhakti schools will give fatwa. How can you claim I am Bhagavan? That's what Kaivalyopanishad says. Aham Puratanaha, Ahameva Jivaha, Ahameva Ishaha Api. Purushoham Ishaha, Hiranmayoham. Hiranmayaha means Swarnamayaha. So I am like gold. But in Vedanta, gold is used for Chaitanyam. Jyotirmayaha, Jyotiswarupaha, Chaitanya Swarupaha Ahamasmi, and Shivarupamasmi. So here Shiva is Mangala Swarupaha. I am the most auspicious Brahman. Pavitranam Pavitramya Mangalanancha Mangalam. What a Nididhyasanam. It is frightening Nididhyasanam. I should be able to comfortably do that. Then I have received the message. So very high Nididhyasana mantra. But the warning is after Shravanam and Mananam, long Shravanam and longer Mananam, I should be convinced. It is not faith-based meditation. It is not self-conditioning I do. Vedanta never believes in conditioning the mind. That's why Vedanta says, ask questions. Shrotavyo mantavyo nididhyasitavya. You should not have any questions in the mind. You must be 200% convinced of this statement. And if you say, I am not yet convinced, you need not do nididhyasanam. You can practice upasanam. Upasanam is clean Dvaita meditation. Oh Lord, you are my help and I am surrendering to you. That Dvaita Dhyanam called Upasanam. Upasanam means Dvaita Dhyanam. Nididhyasanam is Advaita Dhyanam. Until I am convinced, we can follow Vishishtadvaitam, we can follow Dvaitam. Advaitam itself recommends both Dvaitam and Vishishtadvaitam until a person is convinced. If you are not convinced, all right. If you want to understand this, and if you are convinced, then and then alone you practice this. I am all. Ahameva idam sarvam. And therefore, it is after conviction, not conditioning. Continuing. Apanipadoham achintya shaktihi pashyamya chakshussa shrinomya karnaha aham vijanami vivikta rupaha nachasti vetta mama chit sadaham. All Nididhyasana mantras. Apanipadaha aham. I don't have hands, legs, etc. Especially before this creation came into existence. I was there before the Big Bang also. I was there as Brahman with Maya Shakti. And as Brahman with Maya Shakti, I had infinite power and knowledge without having hands, legs, etc., without having the mind, sense organs, etc. With my Maya Shakti itself, I am Sarvajnaha and Sarva Shaktiman, capable of creating a world without requiring a factory, instruments, hands, legs, like a carpenter creating furniture. Bhagavan did not use hands and legs and all of them. Without Pani and Pada. Pani means not water, it is Sanskrit. Pani means hands. Pada means legs. And without any instrument also. So in Gaudapada Karika he says, Kalpayatyatmanatmanam Atma Deva Swamayaya. That Brahman with Maya itself is omniscient and omnipotent, doesn't require any body, mind, sense organ for doing things. Therefore, Apanipada, without hands and legs, Achintya Shaktihi, I can do things. And what have I done? Created this world. Without hands and legs, I created this world with my Maya Shakti. And Pashyami Achakshuhu Shrunomi Akarnaha. So I have got Pashyami, means the knowledge of forms I have got. knowledge of colors I have got, knowledge of sound I have got. Without sense organs, I have got omniscience with the help of one Maya Shakti. So that's why Achintya Shakti. I have unconceivable or inconceivable power because of my Maya Shakti. Then isn't it Maya a second thing? There is Dvaitam. Is another doubt that can come. That's how we have to raise doubts and answer. In fact, scriptures themselves teach us how to raise questions. All our commentators do that. Don't blindly believe me. Ask questions. If you don't know how to ask questions, I will teach you. This is called Purva Paksha Siddhanta method. Somebody will say you are wrong, and I have to say I am not. Therefore, what is now? We can try one objection or question. So, if I am there and Maya is there, isn't there duality? Like Sankhya philosophy, Purusha and Prakriti Dvaitam. Vedantic answer is no, because Maya also cannot exist independent of me. Maya is also existing by borrowed existence. The easiness of Maya does not belong to Maya. Maya is also the appearance only. Therefore, it cannot be counted as a second thing. My shadow appears, but I cannot count it as a second person. Some other people ask, isn't Maya an attribute of Brahman? If Brahman has got Maya attribute, isn't Brahman Sagunam Brahma? How do you say Nirgunam? It has got Maya attribute. We have the same answer, Maya being Mithya. The attribute is also Mithya attribute. We accept Brahman has got Mithya attributes. With Mithya attributes, Brahman is Sagunam. And by Brahman itself, it is Nirgunam. But it takes any amount of Mithya attributes and becomes what? Sagunam, Brahma, Sarvajna, all the attributes. Therefore, Brahman is Sagunam or Nirgunam. It is both. Originally, it is Nirgunam. With Mithya attributes, it is Sagunam. Vyavaharikali Sagunam, Paramarthikali Nirgunam. Where is the problem? Thus, we have to raise questions and we should be convinced. Therefore, with my Maya Shakti, I am omniscient and omnipotent. So, Pashyami Achakshuhu, Saha Shrinomi Akarnaha, and Aham Vijanami. So, before creation, I know everything with the help of my Maya Shakti. I am Ishvara also, and later, after the creation has come, and all the living beings have come, in the form of the various jivas, I myself experience everything. Again, remember dream example, I myself experience everything by occupying the dream individual body. So therefore, Vivikta Rupaha means by playing the role of different jivas, bhinna bhinna jiva rupena, Vijanami, I experience the world. Vijanami Vivikta Rupaha Nachasti Veta Mama. So the final bombshell, I know everything, but I am never an object of knowledge. So I am ever the subject, I am never the object. Because the rule is, subject can never be objectified. I have already talked about this. With your face you can see everything. But the face itself, the eye itself, is the seer of everything. But the eyes can never be seen. Seer can never be seen. With the tip of your finger, you can touch everything. But try to touch the tip of the finger with your tip of the finger itself. It is not possible. With your wonderful, costly phone, you can call all the numbers of the world except one number. Kaun baneka karodpati. Try your number. The dialer cannot be dialed. Seer cannot be seen. Toucher cannot be touched. Knower can never be known. In Brihadaranyaka, Yajnavalkya tells Maitreyi. Maitreyi asked Yajnavalkya for Vedanta. Yajnavalkya says, I want to take sannyasa. So then Maitreyi asked, please teach me, why are you going away? What is the knowledge that gives you fulfillment? What is the knowledge that gives you the courage to leave me? Don't say, happily I am living. What gives you that strength for sannyasa? He says, I will teach you, I am very happy. Now I love you more than anyone else. And there at the end of the teaching, Yajnavalkya makes that $1 billion statement, Vijñātāram are kena vijaniyāt. Who can know the knower and with what instrument? That is why consciousness remains a mystery for modern science. They can study everything, but they can never study consciousness because consciousness is the studier. The studier cannot be studied. And therefore, here the meditation is Mama Veta Nasti. There is no one who can know me because everything other than me is Anatma. Anatma is Drishyam, Jadam, it cannot see me. And then who am I? Chit Sada Aham. I am always the Chaitanya Swarupa. Therefore, I don't have to prove my existence. You have to prove the existence of everything. But if there is one thing whose existence need not be proved, he is myself. Now, if you want to know whether your friend who regularly attends these discourses, you want to know whether he has come today, then you have to look around. But suppose you get a doubt whether I am attending the class today or not, then you ask your neighbor, please look at me and tell whether I have come or not. If you ask, he will send you to mental asylum. You never ask for the proof of self-existence. Self's existence is self-revealed and self-proved. It need not be proved by anyone. Atma, the Chaitanyam, is self-revealing, and that self-revealing Chaitanyam I am. No scientist need prove it. In the very attempt to prove, I am there. The prover need not be proved. The prover exists even before his attempt to prove. So, aham sada chidrupaha asmi. Continuing all profound verses and important verses. And these are the meditation verses. All this we have to get by heart, know the meaning, and nididhyasana mentally chant and enjoy the binary format. And based on these mantras alone, Shankaracharya has written so many meditation shlokas. There is no doubt. Advaita Pancharatnam and Brahmanuchintanam Sada. Here we did once Swarupanusandhanashtakam. That book also is there. Swarupanusandhanashtakam is a nididhyasana one. So we have to learn some of them and we have to dwell. This is nididhyasanam, so that even when problem comes, even in the ICU deathbed, I should not forget, yes, this body has to go, but I am not going, with pain all over. And that is possible only when the thought is in the subconscious mind. Conscious mind will not function in pain. People ask the question, how do I say mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham when the knee is paining? You cannot. Therefore, if I have to do that in pain, it should come from the vasana, Vedanta vasana. That Vedanta vasana comes through long nididhyasana. Okay, continuing. Vedairanekairahameva vedyaha Vedantakrit vedavideva chaham Na punya pape mama nasti nashaha Na janma dekhendriya buddhirasti Na bhumi rapo na cha vannirasti Na chanilo mesti na chambarancha So what a courage. So this student Ashwalayana has. Brahmaji, the teacher, must be so happy. Like Yamadharmaraja tells Nachiketas, I want more and more shishyas like you, O Nachiketas. Similarly here, Ashwalayana says, all the Upanishads are talking about only one subject matter, that is called Brahman, the ultimate transcendental reality. That's why it is called Brahma Vidya. And that is why Vyasacharya started Athato Brahma Jignasa. All the Upanishads are talking about that one ultimate reality only. Therefore, Brahman is the subject matter of Vedanta. This is what all junior students will know. But once I become the senior student, now how I look at, here he says, all the Vedas are talking about that Brahman, and that Brahman is what? Me. And therefore, instead of saying Brahman, he says, all Upanishads are talking about whom? I am the subject matter. Only my glories are there in the Upanishad. Yasyaisha mahima bhuvi. So that glorious Brahman, that is the glorious me, is the subject matter of all the Upanishads. I will be eternally studied by generation and generation of students. I am the subject matter. Anekaihi Vedai. So through countless number of Upanishads, we have several Upanishads. Published one, 220 Upanishads, Moolam have been published. So Anekaihi Vedaihi ahameva vedyaha. And who has given out this Vedanta? We say Bhagavan is the author of Vedanta. Yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam, yo vai vedamscha prahinoti tasmai. Bhagavan teaches Brahmaji, Brahmaji teaches that Narayanam, Padmabhuvam, Vasishtam, Shaktin Chatatputra. Ishvara is considered the Adi Guru. And here the student says that Ishvara also I am. Therefore, I am the initiator of Vedantic tradition. In fact, if you read this, it will look as though the student is the most arrogant person in the world. In fact, many bhakti schools say that if you study Vedanta, you will become arrogant. Bhakta alone is humble. Jnanis are arrogant. And what is the proof? They will say, look at this mantra. It is not arrogance. It is the teaching of the Upanishad. Arrogance is when I claim false glory. If I say body is great, that is arrogance because it is miserable. But when I claim I, the Chaitanyam, am great, then it is not arrogance, it is declaration of fact. And even when I say I am great, I know that intellectually I am small. Every jnani is aware of the fact that his intellect is not omniscient. If you ask any Western how to make pizza or pizza, you ask a jnani, konjam pizza panni kudungola enakku theriyadappa noduvan. Remember, jnani is intensely aware that intellectually he is not omniscient. He is claiming not from the standpoint of individual body, mind, intellect standpoint. If he claims that way, he is arrogant. He knows what he means when he says, I am God. Therefore, no arrogance is involved. Wisdom is involved. That is why Upanishad is teaching that. Therefore, I am the author of Vedanta, I am Ishvara. And what about the student? I am the student also. Ishvaro Guru Ratmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Here the student says that Dakshinamurti I am. So Veda Videva Chaham. Now in the following two lines, Vedanta is jumping to another higher level. So this is called Apavada. So initially Veda talked about the creation of this world. Etasmad jayate pranaha, which verse number 15. So from Brahman alone, the whole world has come. So now the Upanishad directly and diagonally contradicts what he said. It says, there is no world. All these things are not there. So this is a technical Vedantic aspect that has to be understood. It is called Adhyaropa Apavada method of teaching. For a junior student, the Adhyaropa method of teaching is used. Adhyaropa is a technical word. And in this stage of teaching, we say, yes, there is a world, and the world has originated, as even scientists talk about the Big Bang and the evolution of the world. The world has originated, there is world, it is a product, karyam. Then naturally the question will come, if world is a product, there must be a karanam. And what is that karanam? which existed before the Big Bang. The scientists are trying to understand this. They say we are not able to know what it is, what was before Big Bang. It has become out of syllabus for them. Vedanta says Brahman is the Karanam. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantyabhisamvishanti tad vijijnasasva tad brahmeti. Brahman, the absolute reality, is the cause. World is the effect. So, between the world and Brahman, the relationship is cause-effect relationship, karya-karana sambandha. So, this is for a junior student. Later, the teacher himself raises a question. What is the nature of that Brahman? Brahman is said to be Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. It is not conditioned by time, not conditioned by space. Since it is not influenced by time, it is not subject to change also. Na jayate mriyate va, it is nirvikaram. Then a question the scriptures themselves arise. How can a changeless Brahman be a cause of something? Because on logical analysis we find any cause will have to undergo some kind of a modification to produce an effect. Even a gold, when it has to become ornaments, even though the goldness doesn't change, at least its shape has to undergo a change. Only then it will become an ornament. Some change, partial or total change is required. If Brahman is nirvikaram, how can it be cause? And if Brahman is not the cause, how can the world be the effect of Brahman? Brahma karyam it cannot become. And therefore, between world and Brahman, karya karana sambandha is not possible. There is no karya karana sambandha possible. Then will be the next question. Then you cannot say the world is not there also, you cannot say. Why? Because I am experiencing the world. So I experience a world, and therefore the world and Brahman should have some relationship. And you say it is not Karya Karana. As a junior student, I thought that Jagat Karanam Brahma. So then Vedanta says the relationship is Adhyasa Adhisthana Sambandha. Otherwise they call Vivarta Karana Karya Sambandha. These are technical words, but what does it mean? The meaning is world is an appearance in Brahman. Like dream is an appearance, world is an appearance in Brahman. And what is Brahman? Brahman is the Adhishthanam in which the world appearance is possible, because appearance requires a substratum. Some, what you call, base is required. And that base alone gives existence to that appearance. So, Adhyasa Adhisthana Sambandha. Otherwise, Satya Mithya Sambandha. And when did this world start appearing? So once I say product, you will ask the question, when did it come? So if the world is an appearance in Brahman, when did this worldly phenomenon start? In fact, the question itself is illogical question because the universe includes time. Because time is also an integral part of the universe. If you ask the question, when did time start? What answer can I say? Because to talk about the start of time, you require another time. Basis is required. You meditate on this. It is logically illogical question. When did time start? Cannot talk about it. Time should be already there to talk about the beginning of something else. So therefore, when did this appearance begin, if you ask? The answer given is na roopamasyeha tatopalabhyate nanto na chadir na cha sampratishta ashwattamenam suvirudhamulam asangashastrena dridhena chitva. A profound message Krishna gives in the 15th chapter. When this is chanted, many people remember lunch only. Because in many places they chant 15th chapter before eating. It is not a lunch, it is something deeper that is discussed. That means, na roopam asya iha upalabhyate. This world is a mysterious appearance which cannot be defined. The more you probe, the more mysterious it will become. Asya roopam na upalabhyate. And then don't ask me the beginning. Na anto na chadir na cha sampratishta. It doesn't have a beginning, middle or end. The only thing is, for some time it will remain in a differentiated form. Can you understand the word differentiated form? Means distinctly you can see. And again it will go back later to undifferentiated form. World will be there. What world? Mysterious world, mithya world will go to the undifferentiated form, which is called Maya. And again it will become what? Differentiated. So thus the world will be beginninglessly, endlessly go on and on in avyakta and vyakta condition. Avyakta means potential form. Vyakta means what? Manifest form. And who am I? Who am I? I am neither the manifest world nor the unmanifest world, nor am I a part of this unmanifest world. I am the adhishthanam who am allowing this phenomena to go on, and I am never affected by all these. I am the movie screen in which the movie called universal drama is going on. And since the world is only an appearance and it doesn't have an existence of its own, the world is as good as not there. Because an appearance is as good as not existent, like mirage water. You don't go to drink mirage water. You don't want to take a bath in mirage water because it is as good as non existent. Therefore, from Brahman's standpoint or my higher standpoint, the world is as good as non existent. It is mithya. Therefore, in these two lines, the teacher negates everything. There is no punyam, like Nastika, like an atheist, no punyam, no papam, no birth, no death, no bhumi, no jala. Nothing is there. I alone am there, and everything magically appearing. Enjoy. Don't probe too much intellectually. It will become more and more mysterious. That's why it is called Maya. Enjoy the drama as a Nitya Muktam Brahma. Tomorrow we will conclude this. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ